What up, G Life? It's your boy, Enter Shadow, back at you with another video. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe to the channel and share if possible, because it does help my channel. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to entertain this subject no more. That was before I knew there was another conversation that came out between them two. Because I have now a gang of people telling me like, oh, so see, now what? You guys gonna stay quiet now? Like, first of all, I was staying quiet about the matter because I said I wasn't going to entertain the matter no more. It's not because, we look bad on this end or anything like that. Like, I didn't see nothing wrong with the second conversation. I mean, there's no difference from the first conversation and the second conversation. They said that now the tempers were flared just a little bit more. Which I don't understand why this conversation even happened. wack100 is just a person that you can't talk to wack100. You just can't talk to him. He's one of those people that you just can't talk to. There's certain individuals in this world that you just can't talk to, bro. They have this character to them. It's not a unique character. There's people out there like these individuals all over the place. You know what I mean? That is an actual character. They're just individuals you can't talk to. They're compulsive liars. They're people that like to instigate. They're people that like to start shit. They're just people that you just can't talk to. Like there's no way in hell you're gonna be able to convince these individuals. Otherwise it's just their personas. You get what I mean? They could care less if everyone sees them fake. It's almost like they accept it and embrace that they're fake. So, can't break them because they themselves deep down inside, they know they fake and they just like being that way. You know what I mean? Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk about was the comment that people were mentioning, saying that, oh, now I don't hear you guys talking. You guys are all yapping this and that. Wack said all this racist shit, but now that the homie said a bunch of racist stuff, that we ain't saying nothing about that. Like, now I didn't hear nothing racist. I did hear Tres make a comment about saying, well, it's like me saying, chicken and watermelon. Now, he was saying it not in the racist sense. He was saying it like he was giving an example because wack100 was saying that he didn't say nothing racist. You know what I mean? And then he was like, what about that, that papa, the papa chile, whatever. And he said, it's like if I would have told you chicken and watermelon. So he was giving it like that as an example. Not like how when Wack was talking, Wack just said all of that shit, just, randomly just threw all of that shit out there, like, that had nothing to do with nothing. You know what I mean? He just he completely curveball. While Tres was giving an example of why he took it offensive. So it's not the same thing. You get what I'm saying? It's not how he didn't put it in the context that Wack put it. So therefore it's different. He was giving an example why he would take it offensive or why he took it offensive. You get what I mean? Which I never understood the whole chicken and watermelon thing, because I like chicken and watermelon and I'm not black. I legitimately like chicken and watermelon. Shit, I legitimately like Kool-Aid, my boy. So, as far as I know, I didn't know that shit belonged to black people. You know what I mean? I'm assuming everyone could eat chicken and watermelon, just like anyone could eat tacos. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, I don't take none of that stuff offensive. Like, if somebody were to be like, oh, well, I bet you're eating tacos. Like, what? Because I'm Mexican, I'm supposed to be eating tacos. I guess I get it why people would take it offensive, but it's like, well, actually, yes, I actually am gonna eat some tacos. You get what I'm saying? But like, I could see why people would take it offensive because in the way they're trying to say it, they're trying to insult you. You know what I mean? Because I noticed that when people want to say like chicken and watermelon, like they look around and whatever. It's like, why don't you spill it out? Like, what is the big deal? Like, what is the problem here? Like, it's only gonna be offensive if that's how you mean it. If that's how you mean to say it, but it doesn't mean you should watch what you're saying just because you feel like offending somebody. It's only like if that's what you're meaning. You're only gonna look like that. It's like, you already had that in mind that it was gonna be offensive. You know what I mean? Lets you know how you really see those words being said. But see, Tres, you know, he said it just like that freely, because that's not, because he wasn't meaning to say anything racist. You get what I'm saying? You know, Tres coming from an area where there's a lot of black people and they mingle with a lot of black people, and you know, his hood having black members in them. You know what I mean? And you could tell he has a good connection with blacks, you know what I mean? So he didn't mean it in a racist sense. While wack100, when he was giving that whole conversation, even though he was saying he had a specific problem with just these Southsiders, he was taking a whole lot of shots at Mexicans, you know, Latinos in general, but it's like he would catch himself, and then that's when he would throw in like, oh no, but I just mean this group, and then, no, yeah, after you were just like, you spent a good while just insulting Hispanics in general, because you said you just can't trust these Mexicans or whatever. He didn't say Southsiders or none of that. He was talking about the raza in general. You get what I'm saying? So it's different than how Tres mean it, and it's not because like, oh, now that the homie's making excuses because it's a homie. Like, that's what I said. I'm not making no excuses because now it's the homie that said it. It's two different ways of how they meant it. You get what I'm saying? And if you can't see that, then you're just trying to find something, and you're just trying to make this about that. You know what I mean? I believe that this second conversation shouldn't have happened, only because wack100 is a person you can't talk to, bro. You know, he clearly proved that in the first time. The second time was going to be no different. And I don't agree with the whole calling out people on the internet, because it's the internet. Stuff like that shouldn't be done on the internet, because if they do pull up and shit does escalate, I mean, you gave yourself away. I mean, because Huda could just go back and grab this footage, and you guys are pretty much screwed. You know what I mean? And another thing is, like, we already know wack100's character, and he's been called out already a lot by a lot of different people, and you know, it's always the same thing. So like, you know, he's not gonna pull up. So why ask him to pull up? You know, he ain't gonna pull up. You know, he's just not. I'm not trying to insult the man or nothing like that. I'm really not. It's just that he's been asked to pull up a gang of times and hasn't pulled up. So I mean, that's gonna be pretty much pointless. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, that's why I didn't want to entertain this subject no more, because there's nothing to really say that I didn't say in the first time. You know, he has every right to feel, you know, he doesn't want to sign a Southsider. That's fine. He has every right to, well, you know, sign whoever the hell he wants. It's funny because he said that he has Mexican side. He didn't mention none of this the first time, so it's like, now he completely grabbed all of this just and threw it. Like, it's almost like, okay, whatever mistakes I made in the first one, I'm gonna try to correct them in this one. But like I said, when you keep arguing with him, he goes back to the same narrative, because that's the thing with him. He a compulsive liar loves to lie, but when they get aggravated, they can't sustain the lie, right? Because they let their ego and their temper get the best of them, so the lie starts unraveling and falling apart. You know, they're very short-tempered, these individuals, these kind of individuals. They just love arguing. They could say that they don't, but they love the drama. They love arguing. Like I said, there's characters that are really like that. There's actual real people that love arguing, that love the drama. That's just their thing. Why they are that way? Something psychologically triggered them like that when they were smaller. It feels like that's the only way that they could communicate with people. You know, because growing up, it's a type of a behavior that they seen, or a type of behavior that was like, you know, like diverted to them. You know, how they spoke to them when they were younger and stuff like that. So it became normal. It's almost like oh, what, this isn't the way regular people talk? You get what I'm saying? You know, some psychological trauma that occurred when they were smaller, you know, that allowed them to believe that this kind of behavior is acceptable, or this kind of behavior is the way people normally, you know, how they normally behave. You know, and that's not me taking shots at Wack. Like, those are legitimately, you know, psychological effects. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, I felt like Tres said nothing wrong. Yeah, he could have kept his composure better this time, but, you know, like I said, I mean, we're all human. I mean, you know, like, you can only be pushed so far. You get what I'm saying? You get what I mean? But it is what it is. I didn't feel like it was like in a racist, like he didn't say it in a racist term. You know what I mean? But if that's how people want to take it, I mean, everyone's gonna want to see it how they want to see it. You get what I mean? It's just the way it is. But I honestly, truly feel like that's not how he meant it. And that's my opinion on the matter. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to change his mentality, and he could sign whoever he wants. If he doesn't want to work with Southsiders, that's fine. That's feed me. You get what I'm saying? Now, I would never come on my channel and say, don't support wack100. You guys need to stop supporting it. People can support with whoever the hell they want. You know, I'm nobody to tell people who they can support and they can't support. Every individual has the right to support whoever the hell they want, and no one has the right to tell people who they can and can't support and who they should like and who they shouldn't like. That's 100 right there, homie. That's straight up being 100. Now, me personally, I don't mess with the mother effer. I would never mess with the mother effer. You get what I mean? But that's just me, homie. I wouldn't say that people should behave like me, or I'm Mr. Right, or my, how I view the matter is the right way. Nah, homie. This is just how I view the subject and how I feel about it. I wouldn't F with the mother effer. You know what I mean? But that's just me. But people have the right to support and like whoever the hell they want. I just wouldn't. But that's just my opinion. And Shadow, we out.